In this audio clip, I'll talk a bit more about envy and jealousy. Um, I've talked a lot about envy and jealousy in my previous videos. I have over 1016 videos on this channel, and on another channel, I have like 26 videos. There's not something I need to convince you guys. In the past, I used to underestimate proud people. You see? Or let me state better. I used to underestimate envious people. What I mean by that is that I used to believe that envy is only manifested when someone is in a disadvantage. For example, someone has to work from 9 to 5, or someone has to work 40 hours in the week, and he or she sees someone else who has €1,000,000 or $1,000,000 and they don't have to work in a routine. I used to think that only in such cases envy would take place, and that it would be the one, for example, working 40 hours a week, that would be the one envying the one with €1,000,000. This way of thinking is being taught by the world. I've been taught that envy is only done by people that are so-called weaker, by the haves-not, towards those people that have, towards those people that have an advantage. Now, the life experience that I have till now, I'm only 23 years old. Soon, in about 3 months, that is April, May, June, July, in 4 months I'll turn 24. And I have to tell you guys, I was wrong. Envy, it's not something that only happens to so-called people from the low class. I've noticed that especially people that, according to the world, are rich and successful, especially they have envy. And that's not all. I've also noticed that folks that have envy, they are willingly to sacrifice their own well-being as long as they don't have to acknowledge an advantage of someone else. See? Look, when someone has an advantage and the advantage is gained by doing evil, folks have a right to be indignated about it. Actually, people should be indignated and upset when someone gains an advantage by evil doing. That's not sin. That's not wrong. Okay? The thing with envy is that the individual that envies places him or herself on the throne of God, and they label others and they speak out their decrees upon an individual. So envy can also be that, for example, you see someone, let's say at the workplace, and they're not like you. They don't act the same way like you, don't have the same interests like you, so you put a label on them that they are strange, and you put a label on them that you label them and determine how much benefits they deserve in life. See, that's a way of envy. You see? And of course, those labels are just labels. Yet, people that envy, they will become the executioner of their own decrees, by saying that when they see that their decrees that they've made in their pride don't manifest, they will begin to gossip. They will begin to even literally attack the individual that they envy. And I know of people, listen carefully, I know of people that for about at least 10 years, they keep on murmuring and complaining about certain other individuals. And those other individuals they are murmuring about, they moved on with their lives a long time ago. Yet, those same people that envy them keep on murmuring about them. They waste the hours that they have during the day, murmuring and complaining and looking to accuse people. And the reason for me making this video is that I want you guys to see envy for what it really is. I've made videos about envy and how dangerous envy is. So, but I make this video still just to remind you guys that envy is very dangerous. Envious people, you have no idea what they're capable of doing. Look, there's nothing wrong with, let me say it like this. If you did something wrong in the past and people complain about it, that's all right. But if people keep on holding on to that, now that's not natural, that's not human. Or let's say that you didn't do anything wrong, but people just labeled you as wrong because they wanted someone to label someone as evil. And now let's talk about that. If people chose to label you as wrong, the fault is completely theirs. So when evidence of reality appears that they are wrong, they're the ones that are ashamed. Yet envious people, even when they know that they're the one that's wrong, they will choose to ignore objective reality, and they will choose to believe the lie from which they know is not true. And they will attack and often literally murder the individuals that do hold on to objective reality. You see, and envious people love to accuse you. Accusation is the profession of every envious individual. Do you have people in your life or around you that always are accusing you all the time, or always are holding a negative view of you? That's evil. And there's nothing that can justify it, and there's nothing that can excuse it. So never agree with their witchcraft, because what they're doing is witchcraft. By the way, this picture that you're seeing on the background, it was made in Broek an der Muur. That's a city in Austria. I made this self-portrait when I was on my holiday there, and the city is kind of haunted. Okay? Well, that's all for this video, guys. May the grace of Christ Jesus be with you all.